This isn't a painting, and it is not digital art either. It started as a photograph. Thanks again for tuning back into the channel. In this week's video, we're going to be looking at ICM and multiple exposure and just an overview of the process. There is also a free downloadable PDF. It's just a short one, but if you want to take a look at that, if you are interested in ICM or multiple exposure. For me, when I'm out in nature and capturing an image, perhaps I'll also decide to capture an ICM or multiple exposure, which I tend to lean towards, and then I'll come home and edit the images. For me, landscape photography is my escape from the real world, shall we say. Just all the noise of the real world disappears, and I enjoy being out in nature and just capturing images in time, and everything just seems to disappear. It's brilliant, and I enjoy that entire process. And when I can blend that in as well with ICM and multiple exposure, it just enhances the experience of it all, and it allows me to come back to an editing point where I can edit the images of the scene I captured, and then also take some of the ICM and multiple exposure and go into abstraction form, shall we say, and enjoy that process as well. For a long time, I treated ICM and multiple exposure as the final image. You move the camera, create something abstract, and that's it. But the more I worked this, the more I realised that this is just where the image starts. This is what my ICM and multiple exposure looks like straight out of camera. No structure, no clear direction, nothing for your eye to really set up on. What changed everything for me was not treating this as the final image, but treating this as the raw data to take the images further. Instead of asking, is this a good photo? I started asking, what could this become? Sometimes it's about pulling shapes out of the chaos. Sometimes it's about simplifying. Sometimes it's combining multiple frames and ICM and multiple exposure. You're not fixing an image, you're actually shaping it. This is where it stops feeling like traditional photography and becomes something closer to a painting. You're not just capturing what's there, you're deciding what matters. The strange thing is, sometimes the more abstract you start with the raw captured information, the more control you have over the end result. Every one of these started as something messy, something perhaps most people would delete. The key isn't the movement, it's what you do with it afterwards. Light, colour, balance, those are the things that turn it into something meaningful. For me, this is also where photography gets really interesting. You're not just capturing what you see, you're creating something from it. I've been experimenting with ways to push this even further, so if you're into this kind of thing, there is more coming soon. Thanks again for watching, take care, and I'll see you in the next video.